it's not so much just being aimed at the customers, but this is being very much aimed at the drivers. It is meant to be bettering their way of life. How in which do you distinguish yourself from Uber in that capacity?
Yeah, so we want to serve both sides as well as we can. So on the passenger side, we'll be offering them long-term discounts of 10 to 15% over anything else, while the driver side is making 10 to 15% more on every single trip. So bring an example, as a driver who makes right now minimum wage, driving full-time, they can now expect to earn about £200 extra every month, which we see is already quite a big deal.
And the way of doing that is, of course, having thinner commissions, but that's thinner margins for yourself.
Exactly, but we see that in the long term, actually, this makes more sense. If we take lower commissions, therefore, we can actually have happier drivers, which leads to better service, and in the long term will hopefully lead to a bigger network as well.
The network is expanding not just to London, but where else in Europe are you eyeing up?
So today we're in 19 countries already. That means mainly Central Europe, Eastern Europe, but also Africa and Mexico, for example.
And the eye is on other parts of Europe. I understand Paris is in the offing?
Yeah, so we're launching in Paris in a few months already.
And the expansion has, of course, been accelerated to a certain extent by your partnership with DIDI. Talk to us about how that relationship came about with the Chinese giant, why they wanted to partner up with a European company.
DIDI is one of the biggest ride-sharing apps in the world, and they have a very clear strategy that they want to support the local champions. So they have already invested in the US, in India, Southeast Asia, and now finally they managed to find a good partner in Europe, because we managed to prove that we can actually win in a lot of markets and make a service that's better than what was there before.
And so what are they providing to you?
So on top of the money, which we can just use to fuel the expansion, we're getting a lot of new expertise, how to set up the business operations efficiently and get all the newest technology advice.
Because what has been your focus when expanding Taxify? The aim really is to be the second entrant, isn't it? You let Uber perhaps do the hard work in terms of regulation, and then you come on in.
Yeah, so in many ways, that's one of the main reasons why we have been so efficient. So we go into markets where ride-sharing is already a proven concept. So there's millions of people who use it, there's tens of thousands of drivers, and then we come in and we improve on that by having just cheaper commissions and therefore giving more back to riders and drivers. So we don't want to get into these regulatory troubles and be wasting millions in lobby battles.